exercise is still going to be on the mat, but you're actually going to be on your hands and knees. So you want your hands right directly under your shoulders, and you want your knees directly under your hips. Hips distance apart as well, and shoulder distance apart for your hands. The checkpoints for this exercise are actually even more important. I'm sorry, I'm going to move back a little bit so I don't hit this table. So you're going to make sure that your pelvis is untucked, but you also want to make sure you're drawing those ribs together. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole lot of sag going on. This is not the position you want to be in, and you can do this next to a mirror. It can be really effective. So if you look at yourself and you're in this crazy lordosis, this crazy arched back, you're going to make sure you draw those ribs together and down towards your pelvis. So now I have a little bit of a natural curve in my back, in my low back, without being too curved. The starting part for this exercise is just to do the legs. So what we're going to do is take an inhale and allow the stomach to drop without changing any of the other alignment. So I'm going to let my pelvic floor and my stomach drop. As I exhale, I'm scooping up and in, and then keeping a nice straight alignment with my hips, I'm going to just drag the foot back and then squeeze up. Drag it back in. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to scoop up and in. Well, first we'll inhale, scoop up and in, and then drag straight back and up. There are a lot of things to keep in mind with this exercise. Not only do I want to make sure that I'm not tucking the pelvis, but similar to the one we just did with the toe slides, you want to make sure that as you're lifting that leg to come back, your pelvis doesn't drop to one side. It also doesn't shift too far to one side. There will be a small amount of shifting just because otherwise you would be superhuman. But you want to make sure that you're trying to stay in a nice straight alignment. Imagine that there's like a glass of wine sitting on your low back, on your sacrum, and you don't want that to fall. Again, it's a lot harder than it sounds. And if it helps sometimes just for the rocking pelvis cue, you can actually do it up. I have a couch right here. I could move this coffee table and do it up against the couch. So I would be parallel to the couch, and that would block me on one side so that I can't tip to that side or shift too far. Or you can do it up against a wall. That's also a good way to do it. When you've had your abdominal separation start to come together, your function's improving, your pain's decreasing, you can add the opposite arm. So what that would look like is, again, same checkpoints, and then I'm going to breathe in to relax, scoop up and in, and I'm going to do opposite arm and leg, straight out, just in line with my body, not any higher, and then back in. I rocked a little there because I looked at the camera. And then again, I'm going to inhale. As I exhale, scoop up and in, straight back,